Hello everyone, welcome to Math Vibes. Today in this quiz, we are going to learn about quadrilaterals. So come on, let's check how much do you know quadrilaterals. The very first, you have to state whether they all are true or false. The first question is, all rectangles are squares. Your time starts now. Come on, your 10 seconds are going to be over. And the answer is false. Yeah, answer is false. All rectangles are not square because in a square all the sides are equal. But in a rectangle all the sides are not equal, only opposite sides are equal. The next question is, all rhombuses are parallelograms. All rhombuses are parallelograms. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, think. All rhombuses are parallelograms. Is it true or false? And the correct answer is true. Yes, all the rhombuses are parallelograms because they satisfy all the properties of a parallelogram. Next is, all kites are rhombuses. Your time starts now. All kites are rhombuses. And the correct answer is false. All kites are not rhombuses because in a rhombus all the sides are equal, but in a kite the consecutive sides are equal. Next is, all rhombuses are kites. So the answer is true. All rhombuses are kites because it satisfies all the properties of a kite. Next question is, all the squares are rhombuses and rectangles. All the squares are rhombuses and rectangle. Is it true? सारे square rhombus भी होते हैं और rectangle भी होते हैं. And the answer is true. Yes, सारे square rhombus भी होते हैं और rectangle भी होते हैं. Next is, all parallelograms are trapeziums. All parallelogram are trapeziums. And the right answer is true. Yes, all the parallelograms are trapeziums. Next is, all squares are not parallelograms. सारे squares parallelogram नहीं होते. All the squares are not parallelogram. Is it true or false? The answer is false. All the squares are parallelogram. Square, जितने भी square होंगे, they will be parallelograms. Next question is, all squares are trapeziums. All squares are trapezium. Is it true or is it false? And the correct answer is true. Squares are trapezium. Square is a beautiful figure which satisfies all the properties. Okay, so squares are trapeziums. Next is, identify all the quadrilaterals that have four sides of equal length. You have to identify all the quadrilaterals that have four sides of equal length. And the right answer is square and a rhombus. Okay, square and a rhombus. Next is, you have to identify all the quadrilaterals that have four right angles. You have to name all the quadrilaterals that have four right angles. And the answer is a square and a rectangle. Next question is, you have to name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals bisect each other. You have to name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals bisect each other. So the correct answer is square, rectangle, parallelogram and rhombus. Square, rectangle, parallelogram and rhombus. Because in a rhombus also one of the diagonal bisect the other diagonal, so we cannot exclude it. Next, Name the quadrilateral whose diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. They bisect each other but perpendicular. They are perpendicular also. Okay. They bisect also and they are perpendicular bisectors. Okay. So the correct answer is square and a rhombus. Okay. Square and a rhombus. Next, name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals are equal. You have to name the quadrilateral whose diagonals are equal, and the correct answer is yes, you guessed it right. They are square and rectangle. Very good, well done. Our next question is you have to explain how a square is a quadrilateral. Okay, you have to explain that how a square is a quadrilateral. एक square quadrilateral क्यों है? Well, it is a quadrilateral because it has four sides. Quadrilateral means what? Quad means four, lateral means sides, and a square obviously has four sides. So yes, it is a quadrilateral. Next, explain how a square is a parallelogram. You have to tell that a square is a parallelogram. Why? Square is given to be a parallelogram, but you have to tell that why. So, a square is a parallelogram because its opposite sides are equal and parallel. Opposite angles are also equal and its diagonals bisect each other. It satisfies all the properties of a parallelogram. So, that is why a square is a parallelogram. Next question is you have to explain how a square is a rhombus. How a square is a rhombus. एक square rhombus होता है, but क्यों? Well, a square is a rhombus because again it satisfies all the properties of a rhombus, which are that its all the sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, and its diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Now question is how a square is a rectangle. Square rectangle कैसे है? And the answer is a square is a rectangle as its opposite sides are equal, all angles are equal, and its diagonals are also equal. Now listen, see, to answer all these questions it is very important that you should know all the quadrilaterals thoroughly. You should have an idea, okay, of all the quadrilateral. Unless you know the properties of it, unless you are well versed with all the properties of different quadrilaterals, you will not be able to answer these questions. Okay, so you should know the properties, and for that there is one video also on our channel, kinds of quadrilaterals. You can visit our channel and you can go through that, or we'll paste a bookmark thumbnail over there on top of this video also. Okay, next question is explain why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. Explain why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. Well, if you are confused about what a convex quadrilateral is, then for that also there is a on our channel in playlist geometry there is a video that what is the difference between a convex and a concave quadrilateral, and you can watch that video and you can get to know about convex quadrilateral more. So coming up to this question, which is explain why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral, the answer is a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral as its diagonals lie in its interior. That's all for today. Hope you have understood about quadrilaterals in detail, and very good, well done, great efforts. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Happy learning. Bye.